Do you have the business success but you feel physically average? You're tired, weak, skinny? If that is you, this video will change that. I went from skinny to jacked in less than 3 years, and I have helped my client Jake become muscular in just 1 month, and also my brother. But also Longway, Manny, Matthew has made very good progress since working with me. So in this video I will share 3 steps to become jacked while running a business. If you follow these 3 steps, you can build muscles without spending hours in the gym or in the kitchen. So you can still work 8 to 12 hours per day on your business. Step 1 is to increase your energy so you can put in the work. The first years of me trying to build muscles, I struggled a lot. It was very hard for me because my energy levels sucked. I was tired a lot, so I was really inconsistent because I didn't have the energy to get out of my house and go to the gym. And if I went to the gym, I didn't push that hard because I was still tired in there and felt pretty weak. And in the gym I was also slow, I had a lot of rest time, so I wasted like 1 hour, 2 hours in the gym when I went there for minimal progress. But in 2023 I had enough. I had worked out for over 2 years and only had like those beginning gains. One day I was lying in my bed, holding my stomach, feeling tired, feeling bad, feeling weak, because just before I had eaten cookies and high sugar foods. When I was lying there, I thought to myself, I'm feeling like this bad because of my diet. Because I eat a lot of junk food, I eat high sugar foods, and yeah, at that point I learned that high sugar foods and junk food is really bad for our health and make us feel tired, have lower testosterone and just feel weak and build less muscles. So I thought, fuck it, I want to become muscular, I want to get jacked. So I'm gonna stop eating junk food, I'm gonna fix my diet. 3 months later, I had stopped junk food. I had slowly had it less and less and less, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. And after that, my addiction was gone because I had addiction. I had like a lot of sugar cravings. But after slowly scaling down for 3 months, I could finally stop. And it was crazy, I had so much more energy. I started going to the gym much more, pushing hard in the gym, being able to do faster workouts. It was nice for me, build more muscles, but still not spending too much time in the gym. And after that, I started improving my diet even more. I had quitted sugar, fast food, junk food, but now it was time to add in some new foods. So I learned that meat and eggs is really good for building muscles. You get in protein, it increases testosterone too. Testosterone is the thing that makes us men more manly. Feel stronger, build more muscles, have more energy. I focus on increasing that too. But first of all, I started having more meat to my lunch and dinner. I started having 4 eggs every single day to my breakfast. That was a cheat code, both for protein and testosterone, because eggs, it has a lot of cholesterol that increases testosterone. I know doctors say it's bad and say oh, you're gonna get a heart attack, but that's bullshit. Yesterday I ate 10 eggs, and on average I eat like 8 eggs per day, and I haven't had a heart attack. Arnold, one of the greatest bodybuilder of all time, he ate like 20 eggs per day. It's just those fat doctors who come up with these lies. Started having at least 4 eggs per day, a lot of meat to my lunch and dinner. Started having healthy fats to get like calories, to get more calories in so I can build more muscle. So peanut butter, nuts like almonds, Brazil nuts. That helped me a lot, and it tasted good. And I started falling in love with this diet because it made me feel so strong, have more energy, have better focus on my business too. But it also tasted good. Best of all, it made me build a lot of muscles. And by the way, if you want a full diet plan made for entrepreneurs that want to get bigger, get jacked, I have one in my free community, top link in the description. And you will also get a free coaching call in there if you join. And all this is valued at over $100, but you can get it for free if you're an entrepreneur that want to get bigger, if you join my community. And to my diet, I have a very simple approach. I don't count calories, I don't try overthink stuff too much. Maybe in the beginning I did my research, I come up with like how I'm gonna eat, but I know like that I should have at least 4 eggs per day. For me, I have it to my breakfast, so I have 5 eggs and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter to my breakfast every single day after my deep work. So I work on my business for 5 hours in the morning, and then I have that breakfast. And then for lunch, I have a lot of meat like grounded beef, chicken, sometimes steak, Then with some carbs, not too much carbs, but with some, it can be like some potatoes, some rice, but mainly focusing on the meat. And then the same to dinner, grounded beef, steak, chicken, and to dinner I can have some more carbs because carbs, for me it make me have verse focus. If I eat like a lot of pasta for lunch, it will be very hard for me to focus after that if I'm gonna work on my business. For dinner I have some more carbs. Lunch I try to keep it minimal, but that's how I eat. Then I can add in a smaller meal with, let's say, 3 eggs, some nuts, and like a fruit or something between lunch and dinner. That's how I get more energy by my diet. Then testosterone is also a very powerful thing because when I increase my testosterone, it made me feel so much stronger, have more energy, being able to go to the gym more, push harder in the gym, and do faster workouts. That's the best thing. Me, that want to spend a lot of time on my business, I can do like a 30-minute workout, just push hard, and I will still build muscles because I have high testosterone. But I also build more muscles after my workouts because that is what testosterone does. You build more muscles naturally if you have high testosterone. But first of all, I started having at least 4 eggs per day. That's a cheat code. Also eating more butter, real hard butter. I have it when I cook my eggs. I can just eat it like this. Then sleeping at least 8 hours. I know this is a boring thing, and I'm still working on it. It's hard to let the business work. It's hard to like stop work on my business at night when I should go to bed. I'm still working on that part, but sleep is good for testosterone. Getting enough vitamin D, being in the sun for 30 minutes or supplementing with vitamin D, not having your phone in your pocket, not touching plastics, like having a metal water bottle instead of a plastic one. That is what I do to increase my testosterone. That's step 1, increase your energy. Step 2 is use that energy to work out. So it was a couple of months ago, I sat in the sauna, and I talked with a guy in there. He said, how long do you usually work out? But when I answered the question, he got shocked because I said 30 to 50 minutes. And he said, what, 30 minutes? And I said, yeah. And in that moment, I realized a lot of people don't think you can build muscle with 30-minute workouts. But you can if you have the energy. That is why step 1 is so important. Because building muscles, it takes a lot of energy, not a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of time. Just imagine, you can do push-ups for 20 minutes, just have a lot of energy, go hard as fuck, like 4 times per week, every single day for 20 minutes, and you will build muscle. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy to do the workout and push hard during the workout. After you have increased your energy by diet, testosterone, sleep, the thing I recommend is doing 4 workouts per week, 30 minutes. And here's the workout plan you can follow. In those 30 minutes, you just push hard as fuck, and you will build muscles in this way. Just imagine 4 times per week, consistently, pushing hard. That's enough to build muscles. And it's only 2 hours per week. So to follow this workout plan, you're gonna do supersets. That is how you're gonna do the workouts fast. Let's say Monday, back and chest. You do bench press, then you go directly to lat pull downs. And then same with the shoulder and arms. You do, let's say, curls, and then you go directly to shoulders. And instead of resting, you just train another muscle group during that time, because you do the curls, then you go and do shoulder press, then your biceps are resting when you do that shoulder press, then you can go back to do the bicep curls after. Like this way is really intense, and you need to have like high energy and strong mentality to do that, and don't just start resting for like 5 minutes. You can have like 20 seconds, 30 seconds rest if you need it, but this is how to make the workouts fast. Do 1 set at 1 muscle group, then go to another one and do it. Then you like go back and forth like that, and try do it for the whole workout. But I know sometimes it can be, let's say you do lat pull downs, then let's say the bench press is at the other side of the gym. Then I understand, but try to do it as much as possible if you want to do faster workouts. Like if you have the time to do like a 45-minute workout and you're ready to take the consequences and spend that extra time, then go on. But this is if you want to make it as fast as possible. Then you just go like back and forth between different exercises. And if you absolutely can't go to the gym, because I know some entrepreneurs, like they're working 12 hours, like they working like 14 hours, maybe 16 hours per day, really in the grind mode. And they don't want to like drive the car to the gym, change in the locker room and do all those things because it can take like 30 minutes extra. And I understand. So if that's the case, then you can do a home workout. So you do one day, you used to like do different types of push-ups. You can do tight push-ups for triceps, wider for the chest, pike push-ups where your like butt is up, then you go down. You can search it up, it's for the shoulders. You do use a lot of that. Go to failure, push hard as fuck. It can be between like 15 to 45 minutes, depending on how much, but honestly like 20 minutes can be enough if you just go hard as fuck in those 20 minutes. And then you can get a pull-up bar, costs like $20. You do wide pull-ups for your back, then you can do chin-ups, tight chin-ups for your biceps. Just do a lot of them. For legs and abs, you can do squats, calf raises, then some sit-ups, Russian twists and plank for the abs. That's if you're gonna train at home. And I would suggest like 4 or 5 times you can do it. And you will build muscles from doing that. If you go to failure and you push hard. So that's step 2, doing the workouts. That's step 2, how you're gonna do the workouts and not spend that much time with the workouts. But then, and it's very important, you first increase your energy, then you do the workouts in this way. Then now the third step is to build up the consistency. Because if you do this, if you fix your diet and you're consistent with the meals, with the 4 eggs, sleep, and the 4 workouts per week, you will build muscles. If you do that for like 1 year, you will have made a lot of progress. 2 years, 3 years, that is when you will start like looking jacked. So it's very important with the consistency. I talked with an entrepreneur in my community. He wanted help with building muscles. So it was last month. And at the end of the call, he asked me, what is the biggest fitness wisdom you have? And it got me thinking, but after a couple of seconds, I knew exactly what I would say. I said to him, consistency. I started thinking of what has made me get jacked. And I know it sounds boring and it's simple, but it's all about the consistency. That I have worked out for the last 1.5 years consistently. Before I wasn't that consistent, but when I locked in on my diet, testosterone, with my energy, I started being much more consistent. Like going to gym at least 4 times per week have I done for the last year. For the last 5 months, or now it's even 6 months, I've been going to gym every single day. Like that's why I have gained so much muscles, because I have just put in the consistency. And I know you are a business entrepreneur, you don't need to go to gym every day, but yeah, 4 times per week. When I started going 4 times per week, that is when I started building a lot of muscles. Just being consistent with that, not skipping any workouts. And I built it up by diet, improve my diet, increase my testosterone, but also building up discipline. So here are a couple of ways you can build up that consistency. First of all, have a workout plan. I showed you the workout plan before. Have that workout plan, save it, write it down, or have it somewhere you can just look at it every single day. Then those days, I wrote down like what days you're gonna work out, but if that doesn't fit with you, you can change it so it fits for you. Then on those days, you're gonna choose what days you're gonna work out, and then on those days, you go to the gym. For example, if it was Monday, you have a workout. Monday you do back and chest, if I remember right. Then every single Monday you do back and chest. You don't say no at Tuesday, no at Wednesday. No, at Monday you do it. Then you follow that. That holded me accountable when I did that. Just knowing what day to work out and having it written down. That made it very hard for me to skip a workout. I never skipped a workout when I knew what days I'm gonna work out with what workouts. Then another thing I do to be consistent is I plan my days. You're probably doing it because you're an entrepreneur and it's very good for productivity. You probably use like Google Calendar or something. But I write in my notebook every single night what I'm gonna do the next day. When I'm gonna wake up, what I'm gonna work on when I wake up. This is the thing. I will write when I'm gonna go to the gym, when I'm gonna come back from the gym. And that's really good for the consistency because I make the time. I make the time throughout the day. For example, today 9:30, I decided to go to the gym, and I'm gonna be back at I think 11 a.m. So I know at 9:30 I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm not gonna do anything else. And I've decided when I'm gonna come back. That make me have a faster workout. No, I need to get it done. I have other things to do. But yeah, planning my days has helped a lot. And I also do it with my breakfast, lunch and dinner. So with the meals, I'm also consistent. Not only with the workouts. But then also I built up very great discipline. Because there are days I don't want to go to gym, but I have built up the discipline to go to gym when I don't feel like doing it. Every single morning I take a cold shower. I hate doing it, but that's why I do it, because it builds up really strong discipline, willpower to do other hard things during the day. And going to gym isn't that difficult. When I have took a cold shower 5:30 in the morning, when I'm tired, when I just want to go back to my bed, I'm already freezing because I'm in my underwear. But then I go into the cold shower, but then I turn the shower to the coldest, in there suffering for 1.5 minutes every single day. That is why I've been going to gym every single day for 6 months, because every day I took a cold shower, which is much harder than going to the gym. But so having a small morning routine has helped me. I also meditate for 5 minutes. Before I used to do like 50 push-ups every single morning. That also built up strong on discipline. So if you want better discipline, you can try cold shower, meditate 5 minutes every morning. I know it's boring, but yeah, that builds up the discipline, because exactly why it does, because it's boring and you often don't want to do it, but you do it anyways, and that builds up the discipline. But this is how you can be consistent, by having a workout plan your days, and also building up discipline. And this was the 3 steps to help you get jacked while running a business. And if you thought this was helpful, you can get more help from me with a free coaching call in my free community, top link in the description. Here's some reviews about it. Hopefully I will see you soon. And yeah, get jacked, brother. Bah!